Welcome to Noon 30 Catch Up with Jillian,
Amy, and Tiff.
We're really excited to have you all here with us today, and we hope you have a good time. We know you're going to, because we are a guaranteed good time.
Always.
Can you guarantee that?
There's a stamp.
Oh, that means it's real.
What are we gonna start with today?
Adventures. We have adventures.
We're goofy
We
gals.
do. We got some adventures.
In society.
This is the segment. I have a part 2 of the grandma shenanigans.
Oh, okay. Well, let's start there because we had a part 1, and that means everyone was listening.
Yes.
If this is your first podcast with us, you'll have to go back and listen to the first one because otherwise you're going to miss out how grandma came to be in our stories.
Yep.
But every week we will be talking about our favorite adventure in society that week.
This is a secondhand one. I wasn't there. This all came through. And funnily enough, it was happening while we were recording the last episode. So we come out of that. I finally get home and I'm looking at my text messages. On the way back from lunch at the manor, Grandma goes into a different room.
Oh.
Like the one right before. Like she was almost
So
there.
close.
So almost there. Anyways, takes off all of her stuff, folds it neatly at the bed, untucks the blankets, gets help into the bed.
Into someone else's bed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because this person that helped her is the gentleman's room. This is.
Oh.
And he's just sitting there in his lounger. Like this woman comes in, you know.
But
like,
if they're neighbors,
and
maybe
they all
know.
know each other. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not like he was like, who. And anyway,
this?
he is also a lovely gentleman. And yeah, so held her hand, let her, boosted her into the bed, you know, got her all tucked in, whatnot. Just sat there and watched a show still while she had a nap.
Yeah.
It is funny, but then I'm like, okay, well, the alarm didn't go off, but she was already out of her room. So
Yeah, you can't stop her from getting into other rooms.
No, you can't.
And I'm sure not all the other rooms are alarmed.
No, they're not. She's the only one with the bell
Ding, ding.
due to
Flight risk.
her being misplaced. Anyway, so the joke now is at least she was in a bed this time.
Yeah.
Didn't fall asleep in the shower. The gentleman just laughed it off. My aunt went in there the next day and was so apologetic, and he was like, no, it's fine. Everything was fine. So anyway, that's the next thing.
Is your grandma significantly older than this guy?
Not sure actually what the age difference is. Probably not. It's hard to tell.
Maybe he's trying to court her.
Maybe.
It's first I let her nap here, and then
what?
And then I'll let her nap in the shower with me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know part 2.
I don't know a lot about this gentleman, but I don't think those kind of thoughts are crossing my grandma's mind anymore.
No, it doesn't sound like it when she just
she's
gets
very
into
much
stranger
just
bed.
wants to sleep.
Yeah.
That's what I
That was very
do.
kind, though. I wish I could just go buy a random bed
that's why
and get in.
that's all it is now. We're just laughing. It's just so random.
It's all
but
right.
Don't, and again, just to show where she's at right now mentally, and where you do get at 94 sometimes, you're not in your right room, but someone's holding your hand to put you in a bed, and that normally doesn't happen.
But it was probably very comforting for her.
Obviously. Anyway.
All right.
So yeah, that was poor Gigi. Not poor Gigi. It's just fun as someone.
She don't know. She good.
She
had a nap.
doesn't. She doesn't even talking to my aunt about it the next day. My grandmother's like, "What? I did what?" No. Anyway, so she thinks my aunt's making it up.
This week, you'd be very proud. It wasn't this week, but there is a story I want to talk about.
Go.
As many of people in this room, aka both of them, know, I needed a new cell phone desperately.
Oh, fuck.
Half
Oh
the
my
time,
gosh, yeah, 5 years. At least I know of 5 years.
But yeah, so I was really,
here's my saga. No, it's not even a saga. Here's my problem.
We're just gonna pause
You
that story for a
have-
moment.
You have everything you need in life. If you want something, you get it.
Yeah.
You have 8.3 billion board games. You have the fanciest knives. You've got a fucking Nespresso. You legit have a broken cell phone
Yes.
for 3 years.
Yeah, because it wasn't totally broken yet.
It was fucked.
I don't like to throw things away.
It was
If
so
it kind of
fucked.
worked.
I don't even think kind of is fair.
No, that's not a really fair word.
I would get the text. It just might be in a few days.
So if there was a
It
murder,
didn't work.
we wouldn't
listeners.
know.
Yeah, this is what I mean. It was getting to a scary point. Where,
My mom knew just to call my husband because she's like, your phone's...
Well, that's
no.
what I would have to do. Reach out to him
Right.
and then be like, hi, can you tell your wife to stop being a dick?
Yeah.
And he's
just
like,
wouldn't get
she's
texts.
actually sitting right beside me and is not getting these messages. And I'm like, vouch for her, whatever.
Yeah. So I had to get a new phone, right? That's it. I finally was just out and about in the big city. And I said, you know what? There is a Fido store and that's my jam. So I'm just going to go in. I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going to go. I'm so excited. So this takes a lot for me to get up and going. So I'm there. First off, I tried the door. The door won't open. It's locked. Oh my God. I know. Right. So a voice comes on the intercom saying, excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Will you please look up at the camera? Okay, I live in in the middle of nowhere in farm country. We don't have freaking cameras at our stores. So I step back and I do notice the camera and I look up at it and I wave because I'm polite. And she just says, no, please stand still. Oh, wait. No, please just stand still. So I stand still. She obviously takes a picture, whatever. I'm waiting, and this giant buzz noise happens. The door, you can hear it goes click, 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 unlocks. So I go in. It's like a little vestibule into what I expected to be a normal store where there should be cell phones and accoutrement to purchase. There was nothing. The shelves were empty. All of anything you could touch are gone. Not even examples. Like, it was vacant. All there was at the end was a long desk, 3 people working there, and a locked door behind them with like the code punch things. The rest of the whole place empty. So I was like, were you guys just robbed? Like, that's my natural. Yes. My natural thing is like, were you guys just robbed? Like, whoa, what's going on? No, this is our new protocol. I'm like, okay, whatever. This is crazy. This is not the world I live in. That's fine. Go to the counter and I talk to this nice lady, very young, definitely probably in early 20s. I'm sure this is a great part-time job for her. So she very much cares about
committed.
It. Very, very committed to help me.
As they all are.
So she is like, okay. I'm like, I need a new cell phone. This is my cell phone and I'm with Fido. Oh, okay, great. Give me your postal code. Give her my postal code. What's your name? Give her my name. Yeah, no, we don't have you on file. I said, excuse me? She's like, yeah, I don't have it. Would you maybe do another postal code? I'm like, oh, maybe, right? Like maybe because I've moved for the last 5 years, probably forgot to update it. We all do that. So I gave her my older postal code. No, that doesn't check out. I'm like, well, I had one before that when I bought the phone, like the Fido. So I told her that. No. Can you check by email? So she's checking by email. Ooh, we don't have that email on file. I don't think that's the email Fido has for you. And I said, well, this is very interesting, as I got out my lovely old phone and opened an old email from Fido to my email address. Like, here's my email address. Yeah. Fido has sent it to me saying you owe me this much for this month. So I'm like, I'm receiving this each month from Fido to this email address. Well, we don't have that on file. And I'm like, I understand what you're saying.
That's so whack.
I understand, but I am paying.
But like,
I'm paying money.
In your phone database, just type in a phone number and it should say, here I am.
Oh my God. So I did that. She's like, no. Are you sure you're with Fido? So now I open my phone and I say, see, I have that app. You go in the app and the app says, hey, Amy, this is how much data you have.
And it has an account number.
It has the last 4 digits in the account number and a link to the main page with your account. She's like, that's great. All we need is the account number. I don't know why it's not coming up. Let's do that. She now takes my phone. It's on the counter so we can both look at it. She hits the thing. I'm like, that's not going to work. She's like, oh, yes, it will. I'm like, trust me, for whatever reason, it still will never find my account this way. Yes, it will. So she's now watching as the Fido main page comes up and says, I'm sorry, you do not exist. Your username, your password, your everything is not a real thing. And I'm like, I told you. She's like, well, that's not possible. I'm like, well. She's like, I don't think you're with us. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm at this point like a level 45 because first, I did not want to get one.
Right.
2, I had my picture taken, so you better do some good work here.
Right, make it work a while.
And then 3, I had a place to go. So I was like, look, what do I need to do? She's like, you're going to have to phone. I'm like, who? Fido. I'm like, aren't you Fido?
Oh,
and she's like, right? And I'm like, wait, so you're thinking if I call a human on a telephone, they're going to find the information that you in front of me under all the same information I give him, my name, my address. Yeah. Like this lady practically knows where the moles on my ass is, right? Like she has all the information that I could provide.
That's a thorough questionnaire.
Yes, she knows everything. Well, yeah, you're going to have to do that. I'm like, fuck my life. So what I did was obviously leave because that's just calmly left.
Yeah.
And then waited about 5 months because I was like, I'm not ready for this yet. So here we are. And so what I did, I was like, you know what? I don't need no stupid Fido people and phone calls. So I bought a new phone via the lovely Amazon. It arrived the next day, and a little gentleman had me sign something. I hooked it all up myself.
Like a small man?
Oh, he was a small gentleman, yes.
Like short?
Yes, he was short.
Was
I'm pretty tall, so I feel like...
Like a jockey?
No, but he could have been. He was pretty small. So anywho's, a lovely fella. Here's your sign. Great. I did it all myself. I hooked it up. I paired it to my other phone. I made them talk to each other, and Fido and everything took over. And now my new phone works like a dream, and I didn't need even a human. And again, this is my example why being an introvert, not going out, not having human stories is okay, because guess what? Humans can't always help you. Robots are the answer. But just to tell you all, I have a new phone. It is working like a sweet dream, and the people were useless in my life. I did it all myself.
I don't think you were in a proper place.
I've had similar things.
Like, no, but
She actually just walked into a vacant house.
Yeah, it was
Or
just
it was
a stranger
front.
danger.
No,
It's not
like,
a front.
There
It
was no
in the
Fido
mall.
anything.
Yes, it
Well, I'm
was.
sure
Like
they had a
Fido.
logo or
Yeah,
something.
there was logos and they had uniforms. It was in a strip mall with all the other normal stores like clothing and stuff. It was a legit business. It's just they didn't know I existed. If anything, they would have lied to me, say, yeah, here you go, give me your credit card.
Give us
but
your
they didn't.
money.
They wouldn't even let me give them money for a new phone. They're like, well, we can't sell you a new phone.
Okay, fair. So it was real.
As real as
It was a real pain in the butt.
Yeah, so anyway, I did it all myself, and I feel pretty proud of myself that my new wonderful Fandangle new phone does everything. I even imported all my pictures, my data, my information. Everything got worked out just fine, and I still have no idea what my account number is. And I upgraded the plan, so now I have unlimited everything without
So you pay
a human.
more, but just stop paying. They don't know where you are.
But they
That's
send
true.
me an email every month via my email.
So they know where you are like online,
They're
but they don't know where
confused.
you are in real life.
I know. I'm not going to call them. I'm never going to talk to them. So right now, I have a phone. It works, and it's
right.
for the best that we
Beauty.
don't know. So that's it. That's my adventures out in the world where I really regret being adventuresome.
You ended up having to fend for yourself.
Yes.
Fine. Ladies of the land.
And of the city. We can be land and city ladies.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did.
We're
have to
ladies
boost
of the
car that day.
world.
Ladies of the world.
Worldly ladies. Okay. What about you, Tiff?
Well, y'all know that I'm all up in everybody. I'm
Okay.
queen adventures of society.
All up and
I do
everybody
have a
is
follow.
maybe...
I have a couple of follow-up questions from the last time we were together, but I'll let you share your story first.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So anybody who is not in Ottawa, which is where we are, yesterday we got some weather.
Yes. No
Yeah.
time.
We got some weather,
Fucking
and I don't think anyone
bitch.
knew it was happening.
It was a bit depressing. You open your window, eh?
Right, because we've been dabbling in spring, and that was pretty fabulous. And then yesterday it was not spring.
No.
Bamboozled.
So as happens, people are like, well, shit, I need to drive. So, of course, there was 25 accidents
Yes.
on my way to
What?
work. 25 accidents on my
How
way
is
to
that
work
even
yesterday.
a thing? It was just
On
a little
your way to work yesterday.
No, so on the radio,
Sorry, I
they're
just
saying
need to-
25
Yes.
accidents, active accidents in the city.
in the city. Please beware.
Yeah.
Careful driving.
Yeah.
There was just a smattering of a
it-
little dusting of snow.
But I think it's because it was
Slick.
also wet.
There was some
Slick.
ice too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we've been driving in winter
my
for months,
God.
people.
But people got all jazzed.
You
and they're
forget.
like,
We forget.
so, of course, there's a 5-car accident on the highway on my way to work with my kids in the car
Oh,
when
dear.
we're already running late, which
Yeah.
is fine. I anticipate this. So they have the 4-lane highway down to 1 because I guess the cars smashed into each other and then drove to opposite sides of the road.
Perfect.
Totally rad. Lots of lights, lots of safety people making it safe.
People. Yes. Vests.
Yes. So
That's what it means. PPE, yo. Vests.
No,
Did they have
these-
eyewear or just vests?
You're not wrong.
these were
It's just the way you were,
firefighters and
Vests. So
am-
uniforms.
so like EMS.
yeah, all them. They were there. So
Thank you,
I get
EMS.
through the tiny lane, and now I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna merge into the carpool lane because I got kids in the car. So HOV, yeah, you know me.
Yeah.
So I get into this lane. So I guess the car that was in the left lane projectile vomited. It's
farther
hood
ahead.
way ahead.
Oh, jeez.
So now I'm dragging this person's hood under my car.
Oh, you drove over the hood inside your car, Tiffany.
Yeah. So I stop my car.
Yeah.
Put on my 4-ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get out of my car.
Yeah.
Try and reef it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm like, I can't keep driving.
I mean, I appreciate you stopped
Yeah.
because that's unsafe.
Some people would just.
So then I try and back the car up. Try to back that ass up.
Yeah.
Because
Get
it's
over it.
jammed.
Yeah.
Can't get it. No, can do. So then I just continue reversing till I'm about to hit a fire truck.
And you're like, can you
Because
please
I'm like,
help me?
hey, gang. And they're like, we need you to stop getting out of your vehicle. You are on the fucking highway.
I'm like, I'd love to, but you forgot to pick up the garbage
And
that
I'm
I
like-
ran over.
And I'm like, hey, gang.
Got a piece of car right here.
Someone want to hook me up here?
Got a piece of car
Anyways.
that's not my car.
Yeah. So I'm like, I got the white guy's car under my car. So it was a white car.
Okay,
I don't know. I don't know about the
Just
race
like,
or
ooh.
ethnicity of
Gender.
the driver.
That
Right.
was like, you
that
could
was a
see
little
it
bit
as
in
soon
there.
as you said it, you were like,
I hope they're
Wrong.
okay.
White guy car. No, white car guy.
White car was white.
I mean, had it been the van, I would have said the blue guy
Right.
because
Right.
it was a blue van.
Yes.
Okay. We're not racist. Don't.
So
don't.
did the nice helpers
Anyways,
help?
firefighters helped.
Yeah. Did they get the
Scolded
jaws of
me.
life?
Imagine they scolded me for getting out of my car.
What you supposed to do?
Apparently just
Sit there?
wait for them.
But how would they know?
Exactly.
Maybe they wanted to call 911. I just drove up.
Right? So I just backed up, and then they were so quick about it. Like, I was under there, my jacket was soaked, I was having a time, my kids are in the car, they're like, you want us to get out and help? And I'm like, no, you're not getting out. Like, we're on the fucking highway.
You're like, I'm not even supposed to be out.
Girl child's like, I can help you. I'm little. And I'm like, yeah, get under the car.
Right. That seems safe.
Yeah. You should do that.
Yeah. But they got it out for you.
They did. They were so graceful and helpful. Thank you, Ottawa firefighters. You were so lovely. Thank you for all that you do. That was my day yesterday.
Wow. Some adventures.
It was an adventure. Always an adventure in society.
Yeah, something all right.
Especially when people just forget how to drive.
Oh, it's so
like,
silly.
is it just us? Like, I don't know. I'm curious to hear
Yeah.
all of our listeners. Like, is it just Ottawa? If somebody's not from Ottawa and people forget how to drive in the winter in your area, let me know.
Yeah, let us know. But I find it's not even specifically winter. Like,
it's just daily.
Rain. You get a little rain on the road.
Yeah.
Nope, can't do it.
No. Even on nice sunny days, you're just like, why are you in the ditch? What? Why is it so funny?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know
all
either,
I'm
but
saying.
that was good. I think it was your face.
Okay.
Just the way
Well,
you said
remind me to
it.
tell you about the turkey story another time.
Oh my God, I know the turkey story.
No,
And
I
it's a
want
good
it.
one.
I want it right now.
I don't
Why
think
does it
Jillian
have to
has
be
a turkey
another
story.
time?
Well,
I
I don't
don't
know.
have a turkey story.
I do.
But
And it was a beautiful sunny day.
go.
And it was just before noon. And I was driving on the highway
No, this does sound vaguely
towards my
familiar.
home.
Yeah.
And there was a minivan in front of us. And we're going 120 clicks, me and my hubby. And he's driving. And we look to the right and we see what looks like a bird in a tree. And that's fine. It was turkey. A giant, fat, almost like fall-time turkey ready to be eaten. And they nest, as you hopefully all know,
I've never
in
seen
the
a
tree.
turkey in a tree.
You're
So
talking
at night
like the
they
wild
nest-
turkeys.
Yes.
Okay,
what,
no, I'm just
like a
making
farm
sure.
turkey?
Well, no, because there's also
Okay, farm
turkey
turkeys-
vultures.
Okay, no. A wild turkey and a farm turkey are the same turkey. It's just a turkey. Anywho's everyone. The turkey was in the tree. At nighttime, many turkeys do go up into trees because
it
while
was
they're
noon.
sleeping, then they don't get attacked by prey predators and things
Oh,
like that.
okay, I'm with
So
you.
the
So
Tom,
I'm not
this giant Tom, aka boy turkey, was up in the tree.
They're called toms?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tommy boy.
As the Tom then started to descend, they don't fly well. It was more like a try to fall
plummet?
kind of gracefully, but not really,
Right.
onto where the highway is. My husband, you see it, and we slow down a little bit, but we're like, that van in front of us has not noticed this giant bird. They noticed at the last second and try to divert. It is no good. I don't even know how to explain it. It fell from above. The heavens opened up, and a giant turkey landed on the front of his van, went and crushed his whole window. The top of his van got crushed. The bird then gets stuck, no joke, into his, because he had a rooftop,
roof rack?
a roof rack.
Ew.
The turkey is now in there. Feathers are going everywhere. Me and my husband swerve around this guy, and he pulls over. We look in the rearview mirror, because at this point, we have not said a word, right? Other than, oh, and then this all happened. We look in the rearview mirror. We both look at each other. We're like, well, that was fucked up. Can you
Did you
imagine
stop and,
calling?
ask
no,
if they need help?
No, that's not my problem.
Okay.
Again, don't like people. So we kept driving. There was other people behind them. And I'm sure someone was a better Samaritan than I was. My whole thing is, what are you gonna do? They're just pulled over and their car's busted, and you cannot drive anymore. Help reef the turkey out of their roof rack? They need proof because they're gonna call their insurance company and say, I was driving at 120 clicks, and my vehicle was assaulted by a bird. And they'll think, oh, you mean like a bird hit your windshield. You need a new windshield. No. A giant, probably 25-pound tom of a turkey came out of the tree at very fast velocity into the vehicle. And there's feathers everywhere. If I didn't see it, I would think that it is make-believe. But it happened. So now when I'm on the highway in that section, I am on the lookout because that shall not be me.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want
Anyway, so yeah, beware of falling turkeys.
Jeez. What is something your parents told you that is a big fat lie that you just recently found out?
my whole life.
Oh my gosh.
No. Like there was something
Oh, I
growing
know.
up that
Oh,
you
I
were
got
told,
one.
you must do this.
Oh no, I got this.
Wait 30 minutes before you swim. Bullshit.
No. So
Sorry, let me just preface Amy's in that her
how are you prefacing mine?
We have to
Because
for our
Amy
listeners.
has the silliest upbringing.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I
But
think that was pretty normal.
silly but wholesome too.
We were
Yeah.
very wholesome. We
Yeah.
made our own Play-Doh, arts and crafts.
I did that too.
Yeah,
That's fine.
that's
I still do
normal.
that.
I played with Play-Doh.
But I also had dead animals in the house because that was a thing. We'll talk about that another time.
Okay, so yeah, what is something growing up that
Okay.
your parents told you, and you just recently found out as a big fat lie?
Okay. It was a little while ago that I found out it was a lie, but still. And old enough that you were like, huh, you're
I was
assholes.
today years old when I
Right.
found out this.
Oh my God, I also have one of those. You know when you grow up and it's right before you're a teenager or right when you're you don't have your own car yet, or if you do, like your sister's bought it and you can't get around. So I lived in a very rural that word hates
tricky.
Me. I
Rural.
hate that. I
Why
lived
do we do
in
that to
Bumpkin
ourselves?
land.
Also,
Why?
Why would they have the combination rural route?
Oh yeah, I was an RR.
I was
I was an RR. I was an RR1.
I was a
RR4.
Wait, 3.
1, 3, and 4. Oh my gosh, almost.
Okay, so anywho.
Almost.
So in the RR area that I was like half hour, maybe 40 minutes away from a lot of my friends because it would take me over an hour on bus to get to my school because I chose to be in French immersion. Also another story that apparently I chose as a 6-year-old. Who chooses anything as a 6-year-old? So
Big fat lie your parents told you.
Yes, see, that's what's number one. I'm not even talking about it, but yes, no one else in my family speaks French. Apparently I, as a 5.5-year-old, said, yeah, send me to French school so I get to spend an hour and a half on a bus. Anywho's. So because we're so far away, if something was happening, a birthday, a party, if something that came up kind of last minute, like maybe in 2 days from now, Susie's having some people over, I'd really like to go. And I was maybe 17 at this point, but I couldn't get the car because my sister had it. And I was like, come on, Mom and Dad, do you mind driving me? Blah, blah, blah. And their answer usually would be like, no, unfortunately not tonight, or we need the car, or we can't do it, or whatever. And then or it was a birthday party when I was 10. And, sometimes you go to the birthday parties and other times like, no, you can't actually go to this one, but we'll make sure you go to the next, right? Like, you knew sometimes you're going to get the ride and sometimes you weren't. Yes. It seemed like, whatever. So, yep. And I understand they have jobs and things, and sometimes they're tired and they, whatever. But I didn't really think about it until I was older. And I asked them, like, when did you and how did you decide? Because you have 3 kids. All wanting to go to extracurriculars. After that, they have this. And sometimes you'd say yes, and sometimes you would say no. My dad looks at my mom. Do you want to tell her or should I? I'm like, what?
Oh, no.
And basically, it was just like, sometimes we didn't fucking want to drive you. Done.
Yeah.
There is no, like, I actually had a hard day at work or morning or whatever else. You think growing up, like, there must have been a reason they didn't want me to go to Sally's birthday party. Maybe they don't like Sally or Sally's mom's an annoying bitch. Mm-hmm. No, it was just like, no, we can't be bothered driving you to Sally's
just
today.
Didn't want. Yeah.
Right? And I was like, I didn't think that was a thing you could do with your kids. Like, you're supposed to send them to go places. So I think I was in my 20s when I finally asked them, like, how did you decide who got to go to what and when and how?
Like, you thought there was a schedule?
No, I thought maybe
that it was
because
like Heather gets this one.
That seems fair to me. But no, it was just whether if they felt like it or not. And that ruined my high school. There was a boy I wanted to meet. Oh my God, my first boyfriend. And anyway, I really wanted to go to this party so I could see him so bad. And they wouldn't drive me.
Oh.
I cried.
If he loved you, he would have come to get
It's
you.
okay. We got together eventually, so it's all worked out. Kind of, because obviously I'm not with him now, so it didn't really work out. But you know what I mean? At that time in my life,
the be all end all happened for
because
you.
I couldn't go to that party. Some other girl would swoop in and steal.
Well, that's what happened.
Which probably happened.
Yeah.
But I wasn't there to hear about it.
Yeah.
Or see it, and I could have been there.
I would like to discuss though us opening up our search histories and just like we each give each other our phones.
Baby, you don't want to see mine.
I do, because I think we're gonna. Yep. It's going to be a good segment.
Right. That'll be a whole thing. All right. So back on our thought pot.
So Amy's was.
Yeah, who knew?
They just didn't feel like it.
Yeah, they didn't give a rat's ass about me and how hurt I was going to be because I didn't get to go to Sally's birthday party and I missed the chance to kiss the boy.
I can't think of one like off the top of my head, but I do remember that my parents told me they bought me a peacock.
Whoa.
I don't know why.
Interested.
And this is also one of those memories where it's like, was that real? Like, that's super far-fetched. Like
keep going and we will tell.
Living in the city.
In the city with the peacock
in
is
the
far-fetched.
city. And they were like, no, we bought you a peacock. It's at the peacock farm.
Oh.
Like, it just sounds like...
Did they ever take you there?
I never saw the peacock.
Like,
did you want a peacock?
Like why would I want a peacock?
Oh my God. It's like those people when you don't really love the person, you're like, look, I bought a star in your name. It was $5. Maybe they bought you a peacock at a farm or adopt a highway, adopt a peacock.
Why wouldn't they let me go see the peacock?
Because it's not real.
Okay, but
and this is it. I don't think it happened.
Wait, but so many questions.
I know.
Do you think you invented the whole thing, or do you think they talked about the peacock being on a farm and you just assumed it was your peacock?
So here's the thing about all of this. Recently, as you both know, my grandma into long-term care. They're so lovely. Like
I love that.
It's great.
Good, yeah.
But now. Not because we moved her into long-term care, but I'm questioning a lot of the memories that I have as a child. And I really need to sit down with my mom and do some fact-checking and be like, hey, remember that ghost in our attic?
Was that
in my head?
Yeah.
Is that, like, can you tell me about your
account
of that?
Yeah, like, do you remember any of that?
Right. Hey, remember that peacock you bought me? Let's talk about that for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things where I just need to fact check, like, what is this my head or is this real life?
Mm-hmm. I feel like that too. There's some things that I'm like, I did that, didn't I? But then when I do talk, my parents are like, no, man, you never did that we're aware of. And I'm like, right? I've made this whole scenario in my head.
Totally.
How is that a thing?
Huh.
I don't know. You're both looking at me for the answer. I wish, again, this is where the video would come in. Like the two of you right now. Like, tell me. I can't help you with that. Okay. But I do, definitely sit down with your mom and ask her those questions for sure.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Do it.
I don't know if I had a peacock.
I'd like to believe for you too, but I don't think that's fine.
That's fine. Peacocks are great.
Actually, they're
assholes,
mean.
But they're so pretty.
They're very pretty. Okay. The boys are back in the yard with their big prettiness, yeah.
Is it worth it to have an asshole animal around, though, for the prettiness?
Turkeys are assholes, too.
I would never
That's
have a
why
turkey.
I'm a vegetarian, but I do eat turkey at Thanksgiving and Christmas, a very, very, very small part. Like a tiny little bit. You know why? Because they're assholes, and they chased me as a child, and they deserve to die. All of them. Eat all the turkeys.
I got chased.
Oh, and also they'll hit your car. See? Double.
Farm story for later.
I got chased by swans.
Oh, they're mean, too.
They're very mean.
Very honky.
Tell us about you.
I think any animal is going to be angry.
No, I've had bunnies. They were fine. They just hopped around. They were adorable.
They bite.
Not very often.
Don't love bunnies.
Oh my gosh, the one friend.
Not much of a friend.
That one time.
That one time I had a friend. Wait, Mom, was that real? Did I actually have a rabbit friend?
Okay, no, for real. Like I saw this. This was a friend of mine. A friend in high school had a rabbit.
Yeah.
And
Was it a white rabbit?
Can't remember that. So sorry. Anyway, bit me every fucking time. But I think now, and this connects to the story I was telling you, Amy, about the cats and how they were hissing at me. Like I obviously put out an energy there where the animal's like, nope, not for me.
Now my question to you is, how many times is every time? Like how many times do you give this fucking rabbit a chance?
And why is your finger so close to its mouth?
Well,
they're little. I would pet its little
you
head.
pet its
it
head.
Actually wasn't. This was a big mother of a fucking rabbit. Like, I was surprised to see the size of it. I was also picturing, like, Easter bunny, little boy. Just a little cute thing. No. And it had a snaggle tooth.
Yeah. Do you know rabbits? That's why they have to do.
Maybe it was white. Because now I was all thinking,
if
like,
you're saying it's
we
really,
can be
really
a magician. Okay. So I would go and say hello to it every time because it was lonely. There's only one rabbit.
Anger's issues.
So, as much as some animals aren't my jam, I do like to interact with them when I'm around. But yes, I gave it too many chances.
What did your parents lie to you about?
Oh my gosh.
Where do we start?
Jillian. It was the swimming thing.
The 30 minutes.
That was the big thing there.
I thought it was
but there was commercials. Like, it's not their fault. It's because they put out by, like, the Pediatric Society of Ontario.
Yeah, I think then it was like, do it.
Right. Yeah. Because you can get cramps, sure. But you'll be fine.
But, like, okay, this pool that we had was an above-ground pool, maybe 4.5 feet deep. Could just, like, stand up if I got a cramp.
Maybe not.
Were you doing laps?
Again, this was a above ground round pool, so
frolicking.
Maybe
Is this
a
one
little
in
bit
your backyard?
No, not the one that I had as a grown up.
Okay.
I'm like,
very similar
find
though.
out?
No. Very similar though, where it was a wonderful pool. We had so much fun in it. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I know you sacrificed to get us the pool. My dad's gonna listen to this. Yeah, right. Hey Tom, if you're listening, shut up.
Hi Tom.
Not Tom like the turkey. Like his name is Thomas. Anyways, not very big. So there was really no concern other than shallow diving. Like if you're going to dive in this pool, you shouldn't because you're going to knock your melon. Mm-hmm. So I learned how to dive shallow.
But then, so it was more like, hey, we just had dinner.
Yeah, like
you can't go in the pool.
Yeah,
you know what it is? It comes back to mind. They didn't give a rat's ass. They don't want to watch you while you're out there. Let's just sit for a minute.
So years go by. We are, my parents are retired. They had rented a home in Florida for a month or so. We had gone down. So me and my sister's family. Our daughter was very little at that point, so she wasn't getting in the pool on her own. But the other two nieces, like 9:02, they wanted to be in the pool. And then I would be saying to them, well, no, girls, just wait. Like, you just had breakfast. Just give it a little bit of time, and then you'll get in. And my mom is smirking. And I'm like, what? And she's like, that's a lie. We were only doing that just to give you time to digest your food.
We don't want you vomiting.
Let them go in the pool. I'm like, oh, okay, so is that how it is now?
Yeah,
because you're grandma now?
Yes.
And then she's like, yep, it is. And then she gave me this look, and it was all very warranted. They paid for the house. We were there as a guest. Okay, like I had no say. It's very much grandma's house. Do what you want, what you really, really want. And then I would just look at her. I'm like, well, why wouldn't you let me have the fun?
No.
Anyway, and then I also got a look like, what, you didn't have any fun?
No, parents are fun killers.
Oh, yes, I'm told that all the time.
Me of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, one of my sister's nicknames for me is No Nonsense Auntie.
Well, sometimes we need a little no-nonsense in our lives.
I think so.
I love nonsense.
I do. I'm
There's
a
a
nonsense
balance.
lover, too.
I also enjoy nonsense, shenanigans, mischief, all that. You guys know this. I've been involved in some of it with you, but there's a time and place. Time and a place.
Time and a place.
Let us know. What did your parents fucking lie to you about? I bet you, like, we're going to, anybody that replies, it's going to be a theme of, like, I mean, we all know we got screwed over with Santy Claus. Sorry to spoiler alert if anyone in this room doesn't know.
What? The Easter Bunny, though, is still legit.
Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
God damn, we're coming back to teeth.
Yeah, okay.
No.
Oh, gosh.
That's my follow-up question from last time.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so last week,
yeah,
we were talking about why do people keep the teeth?
I keep my teeth.
So when you lose a tooth, it goes into this little tooth
bucket
container. I've even seen some where it's
I made
like,
my own box for them. Arts and
you're
crafts
a
style.
loser. That's weird.
No, that's very typical of Amy's home. Like,
Yeah, we
they
learned how
did
to
it.
make. My grandma showed us how to make boxes on our own, and then I made boxes for everything.
Was it origami?
Slight like that,
Yeah.
yes. But you use cards, like birthday cards, Christmas cards. So it's nice because then the top of them looks real fancy. But I can totally throw out some
make a
boxes
box.
of whatever
Oh my
size you
gosh.
need.
All of those cards that you bought.
You can make some fun, like, whatever size. Anyway, I made one small enough exactly for my 4 wisdom teeth, and I still have it to this day.
With teeth?
With 4 completely
so this was
formed
our
teeth.
question. Why the hell do we still have our teeth?
I'm going to make earrings.
Anyways, sorry, what was your question? What was your question?
Sorry, sidetrack.
Side quest.
What's your question?
About teeth.
You probably even
Why
wrote
do
it down.
you? Why are you keeping the teeth? You have to ask your mom that because that's why you're doing it, and it's one of those things that you just don't know.
Well, it's the same as, like, the first lock of hair. And
Okay,
you stick
that
it in a book.
segues into. So I don't keep any of that shit. I have not first haircut, teeth, none of it, and it's I think because when I was helping clean out my grandma's
You were
house,
traumatized.
I found a box of hair,
Yeah, you did.
a lot of hair.
Yeah.
Like, I shaved someone's head in this box?
No,
Or like
this is all of our kids' first haircuts.
Yes.
This is my grandfather's first haircut.
Yeah,
so
just
then
so
I'm
much.
like, and we were a bunch of redheads.
you
so
could make people. You could take these
Well,
to the
Did you say
so-
scientists.
people?
Yeah, you could take it to the
I
scientists.
open up this box thinking that it's like a
Scientists.
crochet something that we've kept in this chest because all the other like crochet or the christening gowns and all this shit kept. Anyways, whatever.
Yes.
Sorry, it was really lovely craftsmanship.
I do love a doily you
I
can
know
wear.
time went into it. Okay,
I
get
understand.
but
It was
also
very
just
lovely.
not for me.
It's
So
not my jam.
I fucking open up this thing thinking it's gonna be this really lovely heirloom of something.
Yeah.
No, it's a box of fucking hair.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Were
we're
they
all
separated?
yes, individual bags, and they were locks.
Yeah.
Like so, it was my mother's curled hair that
Yeah.
my grandmother trained in like 3 different ringlets or whatever into.
Trained. I've
Yeah,
never heard
so
hair training.
my mom had a fro. Somehow
Yes.
the texture of her hair is nothing like mine. It grew up and was very coarse.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, her hair was trained. Anyway,
Just for this box
well,
of
when
hair?
they were little, like that was the hairstyle. No, okay, so this, okay,
Yes,
so
I get it. Yeah. So she had to be trained, and then when they did, they chopped some
they
off.
chopped it off and
and
then
put it in
kept
a-
it. But
a
yeah, I
baggie.
don't know why you're keeping it. And then that's what I asked my aunt. I'm like, what is the point? I asked my grandma, and she's like, I don't know, we just did. I'm like,
Yeah.
but for what purpose?
Weird. Yeah.
Like the science wasn't there about
DNA.
cells and everything.
Here's
You
some
know what I
interesting
mean?
things.
Like
Well,
so.
think of when it started. Like
That's
it's
why I don't
really
keep that shit
generational,
because
right?
it is a bit fucky.
But for example, generational. Even if you think of our grandparents' era, they might have 12 kids, but really only 7, 8 live.
Fair.
Right? A lot of that is probably about keeping a part of them, and if they didn't make it, you got a little bits and whatever. Like, because there's no other reason other than like, oh, that was Jimmy's tooth. You know what I mean? Remember little Jimmy?
Yes.
But then
And even so, like I wasn't present for my daughter's first haircut. My sister ended up doing it.
Oh my God, you're a bad mom.
Oh, totally. I get told that probably once a month, indirectly.
By me.
Anyway, yeah.
I'm kidding. All in
No,
jest.
it's myself. It's all
in
it's
jest.
all my
Welcome to
internal
self-talk.
monologue.
Yeah.
Internal monologue is you're a shit mom. Anyway, wasn't there. So my sister was there, whatever, cut her hair, and then my sister was so upset because she didn't save the ponytail. I was like, so what? She's like, well, I thought you made me want it.
You want to touch it. You want some dead hair to touch.
You know, all this shit. I'm like,
It's
no,
all
I don't
dead.
care. It's
I
already
know.
dead anyways. And no,
But now
I
it's
want
even more
that.
dead, it seems.
Anyway, so yeah, don't keep the hair, don't keep the teeth. So please ask your mom, Tiff, why you're keeping teeth.
I need a list of like facts to check with Mom.
We don't have to. You just listen to this back, and we'll have people remind us. Hopefully, remind us.
Your mom's name is Karen.
Follow up. Let us know.
Your mom's name is Karen?
Yeah.
Karen.
But she's not a Karen. Like, she's not that Karen.
No, I know
she's,
that.
like,
But I just
so
mean,
sweet.
like, Tiff's mom, Karen.
Jillian, did you have an expression today?
I have some 1950s slang. We could guess. You want to guess what a 1950s slang is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Expression session.
Wow, that was...
Is that going to be the intro now? Because I can keep that,
so.
and we'll just
I
use
think
that
you
every
just
time.
need that.
It was very refreshing sounding.
You know what? It's like I had a fresca.
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 I do like a good fresca in the summertime.
so
Really
good.
cold.
I have just recently started to enjoy Fresca. That's because I'm sorry.
Is it because you're drinking it with vodka?
full. I didn't expect how full my water was, and it's just everywhere.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Why so full?
You asked for water.
Yeah, but it's like...
I don't go halfway. I don't fuck around
Oh,
with
she
hydration.
doesn't go halfway.
That was an unexpected moisture.
I don't fuck around with hydration.
All right,
There's our
tell me-
tagline
tell
right
me
there.
your
Okay,
saying.
here we go. So this just says 1950s slang, and then beside it says, try one out today, cool cat.
I'm a cool cat.
We are all cool cats, and I don't think we need this in our vocabulary. But what do you think raspberries?
Oh, let's get going. Raspberries. You razzled up.
Like razzle dazzle?
I'm
Raspberries.
Oh, no, I think it's
I'm
like you're
riled
razzing
up.
Me. No, you're razzing me. Like
Yeah.
you're trying to get me
Riled
riled
up.
up, but
Riled
not,
up.
But you're like raspberries get me riled up, like you got me pumped. But I think it's more like you're poking at me, like you're trying to
You're razzling my berries.
get me pissed.
It's actually excite me.
Yeah.
But I'm very, like I say,
Raspberries.
don't razz my berries. It's like, don't grab my gears.
That's what you say to people.
You say
Don't razz my berries?
Yeah.
I've said that to my family at times. I've also said, you know what grinds my gears?
Oh yeah, that one. That
Yeah.
one's
Like I was
grinding
going on a
gears, no problem.
freaking rant the other night.
But
So sorry, babe.
razz my berries.
Razz my berries.
But, like-
it's excite me.
Yeah, but-
is what this is saying.
So I'm gonna say that tonight in bed.
Okay, enjoy. Let me know how it goes.
Raspberries.
There's a couple more on here that things we've said. Made in the shade.
What?
Made in the shade.
That's a saying?
No one says that.
Who
It's
said?
1950s slang.
What is that slang for?
Made in the shade. That means
I'm gonna be
you
made
did
in
it
the shade.
Yeah, like you're shady.
Like
I
you're in
don't know.
trouble?
Success guaranteed. We got it all hooked up here. We're made in the shade.
That makes no
I
sense
don't
to
get
me.
it. Does it give me an answer as to
Why?
It doesn't.
Well, that's not. We'll just have to figure
It doesn't. Now I could go down a rabbit hole and figure
No,
it out.
we're over that. All
Okay,
right.
okay.
Thank you, everybody. Someone else join in.
Oh,
That's perfect. Okay. Thanks so much for joining us on Noon 30 Catch Up. This has been
Jillian.
Amy.
and Tiff.
Yeah.
And we're not for everyone. But we might just be for you.
We're not for everyone, but yeah, we might be there for you. I don't know.
I hope we are.
I hope so too.
For some people.
I'm here for me.
Well, I'm here for you.
True.
I'm here for us.
True.
All right. Well, we're all here for everybody.
Thanks
Peace
for
out.
listening.
Catch you next time.
Next time.